guess that's what he's doing. I thought he was criticizing the idea of pros not being content. Now it sounds like he's just criticizing editing, which, like, sure, let me freaking listen to it. All right, let's go then. I'll face criticism head on. Let's go. Congratulations process. All right. Also, thoughts for your editor. Again, there's not thoughts on my editor. It's me. But anyway, if you're gonna mute the gameplay and primarily edit the video in a way that focuses on improving the flow of Power Rider speeches, then that's fine. It's an interesting idea, very interesting idea. But what you could do that I think would serve y'all even better is to simply let the gameplay in the background remain unedited while you keep editing in and out the voice and cam footage, so the speech remains or maintains this current satisfying high tempo. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's talk about that, actually, because someone else brought that up to me. Is that you should just have your gameplay, like, literally just record, like, 2 games. That is an interesting idea, okay? No, that's an interesting idea, right? But there is randomly moments where I talk about what's happening in the game that I want to do, by the way. I want to incorporate every, like, minute of talking, something happening in the game and me talking about that. That way it keeps people's interest. So this idea would not work anymore, because like, the way I want to shift into it is actually taking more, like, out of the gameplay aspect, and so obviously the gameplay would need to be going with what I say. Yeah, I'm totally fine. Let's do it. So pros definitely lack content. LOL. It's literally their gameplay with the commentary. Yeah. So no, but it's the idea of not making content. That's what I talked about. It's the idea of not making content. Like, some pros just don't make content, and it's like, you're dumb. But the gameplay itself in the background flows undisturbed. I agree. That's an interesting point. Like, it definitely is jarring. I remember Taha said something about that. That way interest is maintained throughout the entire video because the stream of info keeps the viewers equally interested. But the gameplay in the background, well, okay, you know what he's thinking? Okay, the thing is, I understand what he's getting at. He's getting at, like, it's a YouTube video, right? The thing is, like my stream, it's a very clear indication of my stream, though. And what happens in my stream? Do you guys watch the gameplay? You know what I mean? Like, how many of you are watching the gameplay versus how many of you have me on the background talking to me? You know what I mean? Right? Okay, so the video is supposed to be a very clear encapsulation of my stream. Like, it is literally the closest thing that you can get to give an accurate representation of what my stream's, like, values are. And the stream's values are not about the gameplay at all. Most people do not watch the gameplay. Most people literally will same thing they'll do with this YouTube video, probably, is they'll turn it on and then they'll just freaking slide it over to the second screen and listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, just like they do in my stream. Yeah, which I'm perfectly fine with. I don't actually, like, it's only ever really, you only really ever need to see it whenever the chat's showing up, because then that gives context to what I'm talking about. Yeah, good night, man. Ice Poseidon is weird. I just finished the video. Yeah. I didn't know who he was until now. Yeah, he's been around for a while. I don't know how no one's known that. Anyway, because the stream of info keeps the viewers equally interested, but the gameplay in the background, because it's no longer edited in and out in a choppy manner and can instead flow naturally, will also be more enticing to naturally continue watching throughout the video. And he makes a good point, but again, I want to eventually, like, not right now, I can't, but, like, eventually, like have every minute, like get it down to a science that every minute, we talk about, we find a clip where I talked about freaking gameplay. So, like, it actually wouldn't, like the latest video was kind of like more gameplay than talking. Trying to find a mix right now. Anyway, heck, you don't even need the gameplay in the background to be from the same day as Pale Rider's monologues. Exactly. That's true, but still going back on the same thing that I talked about, which is that, like, eventually I want to get editing into, like, I'm talking about what's happening in the gameplay. So none of this really matters because, like, what I'm working on is that I'm dumb with the editing. And I haven't really thought about that, but I'm planning on it. Auto gameplay, a way that. Okay, that's okay. He raises a very good point. He raises a very good point, actually. To essentially make a montage of all the goals. That's a really interesting concept. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, just have all the highlights of gameplay, but again, that would take way too long. That would take way too long. To go through my content and find all the best clips to fill out a 20-minute runtime, because that's what this video is. 20 minutes to find 20 minutes of goals to find throughout my stream. Pretty freaking long. Takes a lot of effort. Takes a lot of time. Yeah, basically don't let your chat control you or control your chat. Control your chat, essentially. Because if you let a mob of people make you do things, then it's not even your stream anymore, it's them, and that can turn really toxic. Every week for every month. Again, he doesn't understand that the editor is me. I think that's the problem. He didn't understand that the editor is me, and I have freaking very minimal time to do this because I'm streaming so much. But yeah, I agree with what he's saying. Yeah, you're adding layers and dimensions of quality that essentially no other content creator currently offers. No, exactly. Milk this cow. Exactly. This is just personal preference, but I think low gameplay audio would be more engaging and immersive than completely muted gameplay audio. The problem with that is I have to mute the gameplay audio. That just gets automatically muted from my stream. Whenever I stream, the gameplay audio is completely muted. But I think what he's saying is grab the gameplay audio. You actually couldn't. You'd have to clip it. So I actually can't because I have it once the VOD's saved, then it doesn't freaking get it doesn't save the audio of the gameplay. So again, I can make 4. If I get 4, right? If I get the 4 audio tracks, we fix that actually. So what he's talking about is actually right. I'm limited right now. So he's actually right. I do need to do that. No. I'm breaking this down. I am freaking breaking this down right now, Taha. He's right about that. It's just a limitation on what I have currently set up. Okay, we're just talking about. Oh, I thought you were talking about this guy. Okay, you're talking about freaking Ice Poseidon. Yeah. What's up? Bi-classical. What's up, man? Okay, so, yeah, I agree it. Okay, hey, Powrider, no one seems to verbalize sustained stream growth better than you. Here are my 2 thoughts. It's cool to have found your stream while you were still small. You remind me of Invosity. Don't know who that is. We're about to check him. When he still averaged less than 200 average stream viewers. Now he's at 7,000. You don't remind me of him in terms of personality or content, but the way that, oh, this guy could easily average 10 times his viewer count because his content is unmatched for the niche that he fills. I know your goal/dream is to grow and eventually branch out, but until then, you have to have you considered offering some kind of growth counseling service for other streamers? Yeah, I haven't considered that because the whole point of my stream is to freaking be unique. So if I just gave all the streamers in the planet freaking all my stuff, who's actually willing to pay for that in the Rocket League community? That's the thing. Who's actually willing to pay for that in the Rocket League community? Nobody. 0 in the Rocket League community. I understand like streaming wise, but who's gonna know me? You have to reach out to streamers that aren't playing Rocket League. Nobody in Rocket League's looking for somebody to freaking a growth. I agree though. What he's talking about, I've actually been over this for 2 hours with Sweaty Taco, talking about the idea that I could actually once I grow my stream, actually make money counseling other streamers on how to make their content better. That has been talked about, and I've talked about actually doing that. You'd have a lot more spending money, yeah, that'd be huge, and probably also more peace of mind, yeah. I actually agree with that. I agree with this. This freaking thing is actually really good. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just really hard to try to freaking say, hey, streamer, you don't know me, right? You don't know me, but here's the deal, and I average about 10 times less than you, all right? But I know about streaming. Oh, yeah? Do you? You know what I mean? Freaking I don't know how you freaking go about that idea. I'd have to have more numbers, I think, to get anyone. Unless you're finding streamers that are just rich and they don't have viewers, which I mean, basically no one is like that. Um, Getting out of diamond and twos, bang the ball. Uh, bang. I'm not really free play. I'm not really talking about Rocket League right now, but give me a second. Uh, you clearly put in the time and effort into growth. You have everything you need, and you have a clear intention to grow. But let me ask you something. Do you feel in the bottom of your heart that you truly deserve more viewers than you currently get? Yeah, absolutely. Of course I feel. Of course I feel like I deserve more viewers than I freaking currently have. I think that's everyone, isn't it? Isn't that literally every single streamer in the planet though? Low key. Um, or do you just want it and strive for more despite inherent feelings of unworthiness? Okay, that's just not what's happening here. I definitely feel like I'm worthy. But anyway. Um, do you think your growth is just happening naturally on its own at this point? No, no, it's not. It's not happening. It's not happening on its own. It's definitely like hosts and raids and playing good players and having good players like you. It's definitely not naturally. I mean, I don't know how you describe natural though. Of course, it's not natural. The freaking growth that I've been through in the last 2 weeks is absolutely not natural. It's you can say it's natural because of how much effort I've put in and everything like that. But I think, like, if we're actually talking about what natural literally is, then no, it's not natural. Um, or do you feel you actively have to fight for it and force it? Yes, I absolutely feel like I have to fight for it. Um, I assume at least one of the questions I've asked will be answered negatively. Uh, Negatively. I'm sorry. Did I answer any of those negatively, chat? We'll have to ask him if I answered one of them negatively. I recommend adjusting that mindset into a more positive one. I'm willing to bet that when all these thoughts authentically align, you'll naturally let go of any lingering feelings of desperation. I definitely don't have desperation. That has never been. I don't think that's ever been a freaking a a word to describe what I am. I do not come off as desperate. I know that. There's no way I come off as desperate. Would you never consider editing on? Would you ever consider editing on stream? It just doesn't pull in views. I agree though. It's good. I agree though. It's good. It just doesn't really pull in views, and then you gotta like I'm trying to like again. It's the same thing as like everything else. I used to do that. Like I used to do that, Taha. I used to make my emotes on stream. Actually, I used to make my emotes on stream and like give like people have like I still do the last emotes that I made were on stream. I think um and like have people give positive input, but like I don't want to freaking run people off with like a stream like that. So that's kind of weird. But I agree, like that would definitely, minimize. That would definitely let me stream more and edit at the same time. Yeah, that would definitely do something for sure. I get worried about that. Um I just it does hurt me when, you're going to be editing, you're going to be pulling in less viewers, and like it does kind of hurt to see me go to like freaking 5 viewers or something, or 3 viewers when I do that, because it's happened before. So, like, it kind of hurts my mental a little bit to do that. So, um I'll swing by again and congratulate you when you average 200 viewers. Until then, I suggest adjusting your mindset in a way that offers you more peace of mind. Again, why does he think I don't have peace of mind? Because of this video? Does he think I'm I guess I did come across as like kind of angry in this video, where I'm just like, people don't freaking use the gifts they have, but like I know I'm using the gifts I have. Like, do I not have peace of mind, guys? I feel like I definitely have peace of mind. Like, um, of course you want money. Of course you want to be making a living, but I feel like currently the way I'm doing it, I'm gonna get there. Like that's the thing. So like it doesn't feel like something it doesn't feel like one of those things where it's like I gotta freaking I gotta like I'll die if I don't, like, because I feel like I'm getting there. So I think I have peace of mind because I feel like I'm on the right path. Yeah, he's definitely assuming that I don't have peace of mind. That's the thing. Yeah, that he's assumed a few things. The whole like this whole question thing where he talked about freaking ask yourselves these questions, right? Do, or do you want it or strive for it despite feeling inherent feelings of unworthiness? What? Unworthiness? No. I feel totally worthy. I feel totally worthy, dude. Like what? Of course. I feel worthy because I'm putting in effort. Like that's the thing. I feel worthy because I know how much time and effort I'm putting in. So like all these questions kind of get answered at the exact same time. Like you said, do you actively have to fight for it? Yes, I have to force it. It's called effort. That's what effort is. If I don't put in effort, I will not make it. That is absolutely facts. To adjust it and be like, I don't need to put in effort, guys. I'm just gonna chill out and do whatever, guys. Like I'm gonna do whatever. Like then I absolutely won't get it. I'm not big enough to freaking get that without putting in effort. I don't think. Like, but that is an interesting read for sure. He's right, but he didn't understand my limitations. You know what? I do want to go back. I would like to speak to this man, cause again, this whole thing, like this top thing, he just doesn't understand how I edit, like how I'm having to edit my streams. That's all it is. This man, I mean, to be fair though, this man's uploaded 40-minute freaking videos, 54-minute videos that are probably just like. Yeah, he's basically just uploading 50 minutes of freaking YouTube video. Nice, big stuff. Like, to be completely fair, this isn't the exactly perfect guy to freaking be criticizing my content right now. But I do agree with about. I actually agree with most of it. But the whole like I think this whole thing is really weird. I think this entire thing is really weird. But he has listened to a bunch of my freaking apparently because he mentioned things like I'm struggling financially, which actually he could get from this thing. I think I talk about it in this video. I thought you like watched my stream for that, but I don't know. That's an interesting. It's an interesting read. And yeah, like he said, now I'm gonna be thinking about it. It's actually that's really interesting. He said wait until after the stream because I want you to actually freaking think about it. Now I'm actually thinking about it. Huh. What a warning. Because now I am. Renegade Wade. Freaking $100,000 or Renegade Raider. Renegade Wade. You said what? No, seriously though, I actually agree with his the idea that like yeah that would be better 100%. It's just it's not. I don't have an editor. That's the thing. I think he assumes that I'm not the editor. Like also thoughts for your editor. I think he assumes that I'm not my own editor. I think that would change his mind big time if he found out if he found out that I'm the one editing and I'm putting in this much freaking stream hours. Like he would start realizing, "Oh my god. You have no time. You have zero freaking time like to do anything. Like how do you even do anything?" I think that's it. I think that's literally it. I think that's probably that probably needs to be talked about with him. Do that live. Because he probably doesn't understand a few things. That live.